Mm-hmm.
So my name is Wilson, Wilson Huang. I'm a senior sales executive and also BD at BlueX. My previous job was freight forwarder. So what BlueX does is we're a technology company focusing on helping the carrier to build their online instant platform, and we try to improve the industry by focusing on the top, which is the carrier. Oh, so yeah, like I said, because I work with both sides, like carrier on on the
Mm-hmm.
other side and freight forwarder. And to be honest, although they're very closely in terms of business, but what they view the industry and how where the position is are very different from each other. And I will say, recently a lot of carriers started to move towards digitization. Carrier has always been, faster in terms of technology as compared to freight forwarder. But however, in 2000, I think 2013, when Flexport was founded,
Mm-hmm.
that's like Flexport is kind of the first example that a freight forwarder is moving towards digitalization. And since last year, the pandemic has, I would say, kind of have provide a more clear goal of the digitalization where it's coming. Before the COVID, people was talking about, yeah, we know it's a trend, it's coming, but no one really act on it until
Mm-hmm.
all this pandemic's happening right now. So a very quick suggestion is that a lot of people still think technology is still very far from us. It's future, it's coming, but it's future. But from where I'm standing, where I'm seeing in this industry, that future is now. Yeah. So to be honest, when the pandemic is happening, even till now, we actually got a lot of people coming to, know more about technology. Obviously, our main target audience are carrier. We help carrier to build their online instant platform. So that's our goal for the carrier. First is we wanted to build a direct connections between a freight forwarder and a carrier. What I mean that it's in terms of contract API, like contract rate contact connection, spot rate connection, booking, tracking, and all that. Even today, most of the freight forwarder are still using a very traditional way to communicate with the carrier, either through email or phone call. So what we're trying to do is we want to make your job, a freight forwarder job, a lot easier. Going forward, this is what I imagine in the future is that as a freight forwarder, I went in, I opened my computer, I will see all the bookings that I got from their customer reporting sites, such as like FreightViewer. And second, once I get this booking, I can just send the booking through your own system directly to the carrier, and the carrier will respond back within a few hours. And you can also do your shipping instruction, VGN, tracking, everything on your computer in one interface. And when this is like a small joke is that my father's sides when they told me that open a freight folder, you only need a desk. Now you really only need an internet, you don't even need a desk,
Right.
because
Mm-hmm.
you can work anywhere, you can do everything on your computer. Even today, some people might argue, be like, hey, but there's a original BL that you have to receive and send out, and there's also a payment, you have to do check and also banking, so you kind of have to be there. But as we even for those that uh, right now there's a solution for that. Bill lading, there's EBL. A lot of carrier actually have implemented the EBL for customer to use. And for payment, there's e-payment like Cargo Pay, Stride, and recently BlueX. We are also developed our own BlueX Pay as well. So literally every single step that a traditional freight forwarder is doing today can be doing online and it's through one system.
That's
So
great.
so that yeah, so that is our first goal to for freight forwarder to connect them directly with the carrier. The second goal is, you know, carriers all doing this digitalization and like online instant platform. The mainly reason is because when MERS started, I think they lost a lot of money back in 2000. I forgot what year, but I think around the year when Hanjin Carrier was declared bankruptcy. So one of the strategy MERS had is that, hey, we need to cut down the loss, cut down the costs and increase the profit. And today, I can tell them that I can tell you that they actually been doing a very successful job for that. So something like a technology like FreightViewer can help you to get more business, online. You can treat them as kind of like an online sales tool, but
Mm.
the good thing is you don't have to pay them salary. So you can see the online sales tool as, hiring another sales, and then that sales will work 24-hour, and all that technology, combined can actually improve your profit. So it started with MERS. I think it was 2008 when they successfully launched the MERS Spot. Now, actually, 52% of MERS Spot cargo are booked on MERS Spot. 8 out of 10 top 10 carrier has already launched their online instant platform. This is a huge improvement, like compared to 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Everyone will tell you it's impossible. Carrier will not put a rates on any internet. 3 years after, everyone, all the carrier are rushing to launch their own online instant platform. But the really goal is the data that was shown on the platform. What platforms collected is not only the shipments detail, but also who is co-searching what. Do they book? Are they okay with this price? You know, they already know what customers wanted to search, where the shipment's going before they even, place a booking with MERS. So we're actually testing our dynamic pricing with multiple trade line. It it really comes down to you just click a button. The computer will suggest you a price where they think it will maximize either the profit or depends on what goal you want. And then just click, and then the computer will come out the price for you. So what the next step for the carrier right now is what we call the API. What API and EDI do is pretty much just electronic exchange the information through internet, through a system. So this is what carriers have been building for the next step. And so far, API, I know MERS is building it, CMA is building it, Evergreen has it, Costco has it, and I think I know ONE is started to have a team
Mm-hmm.
development, but right now it's still under development. What the platform has given is a channel to the world.
Yeah.
For example, they will sell, for example, 1,000 to see if people buy it. If people sell it quickly, they'll increase 100, they'll increase 300. They will only sell a small amount, but they will just testing water. So through this platform, they can really know what the market can take and what's the highest price they can sell or what's the lowest price they can accept,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't think we're going back to where we are
Mm-hmm.
in terms of shipping, in terms of technology, in terms of the ocean freight rate,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, like, the COVID obviously speed up the process, but I don't think we're going back to it because, first of all, the customer behavior has already changed.
That's right.
I'm gonna take Asia to US as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Right now during the lockdown, a lot of European country or US country, a lot of people have changed their shopping behavior. Before they go to street, they go to shopping mall to purchase goods. What do they do now?
Online.
Amazon or
That's right.
online Shopify. There's a lot. And then during this lockdown, a lot of you know uh, money are spent on goods instead of service. They don't go to see a basketball game. They don't travel a lot. Maybe going forward, we don't even have a slack season. Maybe people start buying stuff on Amazon or all those platforms could become a habit. But this behavior has already changed.
Mhm.
Like people
Yeah.
like to buy, and obviously it's easier. You don't have to walk. You can view all the products on it. So a lot of behavior has already been changed. And with that say, is Amazon is there before the COVID? Yeah, it was there already. But is it a lot of user like today? No. And then it's just because people are not used to buying online, but now they are. Once you're stuck with something, this easy, amazing, you just have to sit at home to shop around and it'll deliver to your door. It's harder to change to where it was. Same thing for logistic. Now before you have to email or phone call the carrier. The price might be different. There's a lot of invoice dispute. You might not, even get the space. Might be rollover. There's no guarantee space. So people started to, at home they started to shop around like carriers platform. I really don't think once COVID is over, everything's gonna go back to where it is. On the other hand, I think it will speed up because carrier now are very busy with their traditional business. Obviously, they value technology a lot, but they're still very busy with all the bookings, everything that's happened right now in the world. I know that because I'm talking to a lot of carrier. When the whole thing's over, I talked to some senior level in the carrier. They will definitely spend more time looking into how they can prepare for the upcoming digitalization trend. So I don't carrier are old and they're in a way they're actually very traditional. So there's always going to be people who are thinking, hey, like if I do this, where I hurt my profit, what
Yeah.
happened? Am I leaking too much information out in the market? Stuff like that. So
Hmm.
that's why it's taking them a very long process. And but the good thing is, freight forwarder can change faster than they
Hmm.
are
Hmm.
than a carrier. So you know even though right now carrier are still in the process of digitalization, a lot of freight forwarder are not even there, and it is a very good time right now to start preparing because when the whole carrier started to do digitalization, you wanted to be there ready for them to connect with all the information onto you. Then you'll be one of the first freight forwarder who's like Flexport. But I personally think in a year or two, it will be a breaking point when everything's going to be like travel industry and everything's going to be online, API,
Hmm.
EDI, and all that. But that's only my opinion. I believe 1 or 2 year. But I talked to some of the industry expert. They actually say you'll be faster than that. We helped carrier to build their online SIM platform, like Evergreen, Sun Ming, and also other carrier that were in discussion. Because every single carrier has their own API formats, and then instead of connecting with each of them, you have to spend a lot of time to figure out the formats and everything. What we want to do is that we'll be the middle guy. You connect, and then whatever the carrier that we're connected with, it will be the same format, shoot it to you. So you can view all the platform rate on any system, even your own internal system as well. The second one is the contract. If you have a service contract and short term, either short term, long term, and with all that data, we can also connect through API. All the your contract information, including ocean freight surcharges, etc., will can be linked to you. So that's a contract API. And there's also the tracking API, the booking API, and all that. So all that can be shared and sent directly between you and the carrier through API. So this is one of the products that with working with the carrier so closely that we have the ability to connect both of you together. So our first successful case is Evergreen. We have developed their online sync platform called BlueX. It's actually officially launched last year in February. So it has been more than a year. And our next client will be Yangmi. We are in a very close, deep discussion with them. And there's also other carrier, and I apologize that I cannot review at this moment, but they are 2 to 3 top 15 carrier that we're in discussion with, and hopefully, yeah, you can will be another successful story as we're starting to build the momentum. We see what the customer is like, what's the customer not like. I interview hundreds of freight forwarder who are using the GreenX, ask them what's the feedback and everything, and so far I'm actually very proudly to say that a lot of customers say GreenX is actually one of the most what's it called, customer friendly platform
Hmm.
as compared to all the all the carriers. We can connect Evergreen, CMA, spot rates, and the other carriers once they have developed their API capability. We have the ability to send those platform rates to FreightViewer